here, and welcome to another edition of The Working Bass Player. Today's tutorial will be about the minor scale and the chords that's in the minor scale. We've already done the tutorial on the minor scale before, but this time we're going to focus on the chords that a bass player can play in pretty much in any minor scale, and the fingering is always the same. The minor scale we're going to focus on is the A minor. So, and the A minor scale. A, whole step to the B, half step to the C, whole step to the D, whole step to the E, half step to the F, whole step to the G, and the octave, the A. And the chords would be A minor, B minor, C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G minor, and the octave, A minor. Okay. Now, another little trick for you. Inside every minor scale, there's also a major scale, which is usually a third above. So if this is an A third above would be a C. There's a C major scale inside the A minor scale. I don't know if I played that right the first time. There it is. Some people say that if you don't know the minor scale, figure out what the relative major is. Chances are you know that. Play that. And that does work. It'll get you started. But I say know the scale, so you'll know what you're doing. Okay. In the A minor scale, the tonic, the chord you would play would be an A minor. And just like in the major, the fingering is, we got to create the fingering or figure out how to play it, because there's only 4 strings on this particular bass. So we have to do it in such a way that we can actually play a chord. Okay, the minor chord consists of the 1, the flatted third. But where's the 5? I like to play the 5s. A lot of bass players will say that that's a minor chord. I don't say that. That's an A minor chord. You can hear the chord. There it is. And you'd play the 1, which is the A. That's what you normally find here. And then the flatted third. In the major scale, this would be the third. A major, that would be that. But we're going to do the minor. So half step down. And then the 5. Now, in the normal circumstances, this 5, the D, which is a 5 of the A, same 5 in the A major scale, with a 5-string or a 6-string bass, it would be here. So it'd be a little easier to finger that if you wanted. But, well, the 5 is here. I take that back. The 5 is there. The problem is we can't play the 3 and the 5 because they both are on the same string. So that's why we cross over with that middle finger, and there you get your minor chord. Now the major, that's the A major. Listen to that. And here's the minor. Major, minor. You can hear. Okay. Now the fingering is always going to be the same. The determining factor will be where you place your hand. Okay. The next note is the B. So the next chord in the minor scale in the key of A minor would be a B minor chord. And you play that by playing the B, the flatted third, and then the 5. Hear that? B, third, 5. That's the same here. C F sharp, but you can't play it because you're playing the D. So we do that. B major. See, it's happier, brighter. And the minor, warmer. Now the third is interesting. It is a major. It is a C major. You can play it here, or you can play it. Well, you know, you can't really do it there. You can play it here. Another place you can play that C major is up above. Well, no, I don't have enough frets to do it, but basically, there's your tonic, There's your third, which is the E, and then there is your 5, which is actually the G. That's the third, C major. Now the fourth in the A minor scale, fourth note would be a D. The fourth chord would be a D minor, and you would do that here. You could do it here, but it's going to be a little darker, I think, for the. That's very dark, kind of muddy, you know. I wouldn't do it. I'd just play it here. And again, that's the 1, the D. It's the flatted third, and then the 5, the A. The D major. Get the difference? And then the minor. There you have it. That's your D. And the 5 in the A minor scale would be the E. So that chord would obviously be the E minor. And you know, you could play that here. You could do that. But it's dark. It's not as dark as playing the D minor here, but I think it's a little easier doing it up here, the E minor. There's a major, which is a lot easier to play actually than the minor, but you can still play it. And the way you do it, you do the tonic, which is the E, the flat third, which is the D, and then there you have the B. That's your chord. That's the E minor, E major, E minor. And again, I'll show you how I use this. You know, you say, well, yourself, well, what are you going to do with all these chords? I'll show you what I do. You do your thing with it. You figure out a way to make it work with how you play. But I'm going to show you what I do with it after I finish this. So the next chord would be an F sharp major. Well, no, an F major. So an F major is played like that. You slide up a half step. And there's a half step between the E and the F. There it is. F. The E is your third. The A is your third. There you go. That's your third. And then your 5, which is the C. F major. Now that's pretty. Notice the higher you go up the neck, the sweeter the chords sound. Even the minors, they sound really good. Okay, that's the F major. If you had to do an F minor, you would do. Come back here. There you go. There you go. The major is easy, a lot easier for me to play, but I could still get the minor in there. And then the 6th note in the A minor scale is G. And that chord would be a G minor. So here, you'd go up to the G, and you'd play the G minor. There you have it. It's the G. See that right there? It's a B flat. And there's your D. G major. That's a G minor. G major. Hear that? It's a major G minor. And then obviously you have the octave, which is the A minor. So those are all of the chords in the A minor scale. And you can take those positions or shapes, however you want to call them, fingering is what I prefer to call them. And it's going to be the same in every single key. The minor chord will be fingered that way. The major chord will be fingered that way. The thing is, how would you use it? Well, that's what I'm going to show you next. And let me tell you what I'll be doing. It's an up-tempo groove. The last time I did one of these, I did it with a slow groove because it's the first time I wanted to show you how to do this. But it's an up-tempo groove, and I'm using the A minor, and I believe I go to the C major, and then up to, I think I threw in the D major in there because it traveled better. It did sound really good.
Those are the chords of the minor scale. Make it your own. Try them out. You don't have to use chords all the way through the song. Use them as spice, just to spice it up a little bit. Going into a change, coming out of the change, ending a phrase. Either way it goes, make it your own. Try it, play with it. Until next time.